Another Brick fan with the 2023 Advent calendars. This is day 5. Let's start off today with taking a look at the day 4 builds from yesterday. And here we have the 4 builds. So over here we have a Gonk droid from the Star Wars Advent calendar, of course done in red and white for the Christmas season. We have this sign with a wanted poster for Sirius Black from Harry Potter. We have a bunch of web accessories from the Marvel Advent calendar. And from City, we ended up with this hockey player over here. So let's get into the day 5 builds. Here's our Star Wars Advent calendar. We're looking at day 5 here in the middle. And it looks like we've got a vehicle. So I guess we're going to go with a turbo tank here. You see a whole bunch of wheels along the side. Maybe a droid troop transport. Regardless, a decent model, I suppose. Let's move on to our next Advent calendar. Here we have Harry Potter Advent Calendar, day number 5, right here by our Christmas tree. And looks like we have Ron Weasley. That's Ron Weasley here. I really like the integrated hat with his red hair. I thought that turned out very nicely in this new torso print. Once again, he has the mid legs. This was in, I think, the 4th year when they first went to Hogsmeade. So a very nice minifigure here. Let's move on to our next Advent calendar. Moving on to the Marvel Advent calendar for day 5 here in the middle row. And it looks like we have a snowman. So here's our fun snowman with, it looks like a chest piece here, kind of like Iron Man has. Looks like he's got blasters for arms here, and of course the traditional top hat. I like the use of this rounded piece down here for the base of the snowman. Let's go ahead and move on to our next Advent calendar. Here's our final Advent calendar for day 5. It's our City Advent calendar. Day 5 is right here in the middle. And it looks like, oh, perhaps a goal to go along with our hockey player that we got yesterday. And of course a trophy for the tournament I'm sure they're playing here in our town. So there is the hockey goal and the trophy for the annual hockey tournament, I suppose, or perhaps the local City League hockey team. Let's take a last look at all of today's builds. Here we have our day 5 builds. So starting with Star Wars, we have a turbo tank. This is the long tank that has all of the wheels on it. So you can see a whole bunch of these stud with a post pieces here to represent all of the wheels for the turbo tank. Then there's a laser cannon up here in the front, so it's a pretty long vehicle with lots of wheels. It's a decent representation, but I think kind of hard to see in this small scale. From Harry Potter, we got this nice Ron Weasley. I like the dark blue hat here integrated into the hairpiece, which turned out quite nicely. I like the brown coat. I think he had one similar maybe in one of the Wizarding Wheezes sets, or maybe the Diagon Alley set. This torso I'm not sure is unique, but it does look really good. The more crosshatch or printing there on the back as well. And then he does have this alternate expression where he's not quite as happy. So a very good Ron Weasley. Once again, the mid legs for a teenage Weasley. From Marvel, we got this snowman, and I'm assuming with this bright blue piece here, this is a powered snowman that Tony has built. I like the use of this round piece here on the bottom. They used white, looks like blasters or pistol pieces here for the arms on the snowman with a plain white minifigure head and a top hat. So actually a pretty good looking snowman, I think, overall. It's hard to keep coming up with different ways to build Lego snowmen, but they seem to be able to do it. And then in City, we ended up with what I'm assuming is a hockey goal, because we got a hockey player yesterday, and then there's this pearl gold trophy here. So they're probably playing some kind of city tournament or whatever you would like to imagine. So we have this nice hockey goal to go with our hockey player that we got yesterday. So there are the day 5 builds. Be sure to come back tomorrow for day 6. And until then, happy building. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe. I'll be doing advent calendar builds all the way up to Christmas Eve.